separated from the greatness of their parents, who are part of the strong people in Konoha. Hinata, who is the eldest daughter of the Hyuga clan, even because of the purity of the Hyuga clan in her. Toneri Otsutsuki also wants her existence. While Naruto Uzumaki, just mentioning his name we certainly know how great he is. Naruto in his teenage years was even able to lead the way in the fight in the Fourth Shinobi World War against Madara, and alone against the crisis that will hit the life of the shinobi world that will be caused by Sasuke Uchiha. In addition, after the war incident, Naruto, who has served as a Hokage, has been recognized as the greatest person in the shinobi world, even by an Amato who said, if only Sasuke and Naruto could face Ashiki Otsutsuki. Greatness is not something that is easily obtained by him. By working hard for decades, he struggled against his loneliness, then left behind as a weak ninja in Konoha, until he was able to fight alone to save Konoha during Pain's invasion, and has now become the #1 person in Konoha, and even the entire shinobi world. With all his greatness, and determination until he reaches happiness, he now has 2 children as the successor to his determination. It is not impossible if almost all of the abilities that Naruto has, will be owned by his 2 children, either by lineage or manually, such as the Rasengan and Kage Bunshin learned by Boruto, because these 2 techniques are his father's mainstay techniques. Apart from these techniques, here are 6 things Naruto can pass on, either directly or indirectly, to his 2 children. 1. The existence of Kurama. Kurama, which is one of the strongest Biju of the 9 existing Biju, is one of the legacies of the Uzumaki clan ancestors who managed to tie it up using their Fuinjutsu or their strongest seal technique. The first Jinchuriki of Kurama was an Uzumaki named Uzumaki Mito, then Uzumaki Kushina, and finally Uzumaki Naruto, who had succeeded in erasing the hatred that was in Kurama, and gained Kurama's complete trust. Kurama is the embodiment of great energy, thus making him a creature that can live for thousands of years, in contrast to Naruto who is only an ordinary human. Even though Naruto will die later, Kurama's existence will be given to one of his children before his departure. Kurama would not refuse it, and Kurama would still protect the children of his comrades. 2. The successor to the Frog Sage. Even though there is already Konohamaru who has bound a contract with one of the frogs from Meiboku, it does not mean Konohamaru will replace Naruto as someone who is fully trusted by frog elders such as
Chowking Pork Chow Fan, Miki Sahog Chinese Fried Rice, in one, pa-deliver na!
Great Toad Sage Gamamaru, Mr. Fukasaku, and Mrs. Shima. Trust shinobi are shinobi who will be the link between Mount Meiboku and Konoha's existence, and will hold the responsibility of being a frog hermit, such as Mr. Jiraiya and Naruto Uzumaki. The existence of Boruto and Himawari are 2 very suitable candidates to become a frog hermit like his father. And it is not impossible, if Himawari will be the first kunoichi who will become a toad recluse. And will stand at the forefront as the main fighting force in battle. And Boruto, with the added power of Meiboku Mountain, he will become very strong, and with his creativity in using ninjutsu, he will create various jutsu that no one has ever seen. 3. Steel determination. Naruto is a genin who has less talent and takes more care to make fun of other people. However, realizing how weak he is, he always struggles hard for what he wants, such as when he wanted to graduate from a ninja academy school and was forced to take a shortcut by stealing the Forbidden Scroll suggested by Mizuki, but Naruto really did learn the technique. The difficulty level is very high, perfectly, and finally declared to pass and become a genin. His struggle never stopped there, with his aspirations of wanting to become a Hokage, but from the start he himself was hated by all Konoha residents, did not discourage him, and continued to hold on to his dream, until he succeeded in realizing it slowly. He didn't even hate anyone who was bad to him, and he even saved them from dangers like Pain's attack. And his steel determination has been passed on to Boruto and Himawari, like when Boruto, who was still trying to save Sumire Kake, who was the head of his class, who had planned to destroy the village, but Boruto remains determined that Sumire is not a bad person and is finally able to revive her. Then Himawari, who was able to convince her comrades in arms, when he decided to give up on their first mission. 4. Elements of Kekkei Genkai. Before now, Naruto was just a shinobi who only mastered the wind release and its various changes. However, after he was given the chakra by other Biju, such as Sun, Shukaku, Gyuki and others, Naruto has additional strength, and even this power is in the form of Kekkei Jinkai, such as lava and magnet elements. Both ninjutsu are techniques belonging to two beasts, namely Son Goku and Shukaku, who previously gave a little chakra to Naruto. Although the incidents of the Shinobi World War have long since passed, Naruto is still able to use some of the chakra that has been given by the beast before, such as when fighting the Delta, where Naruto used the element of lava in the battle. With a father who has the Kekkei Jinkai element, it is not impossible for his two children to pass on this power through the genes that exist within them, just like clans who pass down power lineage. 5. 1000 Kage Bunshin. The 1000 Shadow Technique is a high-level technique, which so far only Naruto can use it perfectly. Boruto and Himawari haven't shown this ability yet, but it is possible if both of them are able to use this technique later. Boruto is only able to use 4 Bunshins because of his limited chakra. However, it is not impossible if after he has mastered the Momoshiki in him, he will be able to use Momoshiki's chakra as an additional supply of chakra for himself, and cast 1000 shadows directly like when Naruto fought Mizuki. And Himawari is a very gifted genius little girl, who hasn't seen how much chakra capacity she has. Himawari
Order food you love with Foodpanda. Download the app and order now.
is the descendant of an Uzumaki, who are famous for their enormous chakra capacity. And it is not impossible, if she will master the shadow clone technique like her father and brother, so that she will be able to cast 1000 shadows at once. Even more, if she had inherited the Kurama, then this was not impossible for her. 6. Hokage Robe. The Hokage robe is a symbol of the greatness of a Hokage, like the 4th Hokage, who is very iconic with Yondaime, Minato Namikaze. As a Hokage, Naruto also has the Hokage robe like the others. The robe always looks dazzling when protecting Konoha, such as when the Momoshiki attack nearly destroyed Konoha. Boruto or Himawari will inherit Naruto's cloak when Naruto is no longer able to protect Konoha. If Boruto chooses the path to protect Konoha from the shadows like Sasuke, then it is certain that later the one who will continue his father's determination is Himawari Uzumaki, with his Hokage title and the strength and determination of his father. Enough to get here first all shinobi this time? If there is a request to discuss anything about the world of shinobi, please write in the comments, and all